This is my 1974 Robalo 230. Our first year we put a transom in it, bought twin engines for it, and then stripped out the entire hull. Now we have the deck made and we built this custom center console. So the videos you're gonna see is catching you up on all of this, and then we get into today's video. What is going on, everybody? It is Bush Fishing, or Teo, or ST Marine. It is crunch week, so I need, but I also have Mikey with me today. We need to finish up this boat this week, because after this, I'm gonna be gone for 2 weeks, because the whole reason we're redoing this is so we have it for that day. So it's already Tuesday, and we have a lot left to do on the boat, but I think we can do it. So I'm running around on a bunch of projects. I have a cool video coming out, which might be out before this one. There's an engine on the ground. It's been busy as hell. But let's start the video. We're gonna be working on the console. So it's not finished perfectly. There's pinholes. It's not sanded right. We pretty much did the flow coat of gel coat, which was identifying all the pinholes and stuff. And that's where we left it. That's where it's gonna stay for the tie up. All this stuff's gonna come out. So far we have the helm in, or the shift handle, the Evinrude one, need to get the cover for that. We have the switch panel in, which this is just a little 6, and they light up and all that stuff. We got the radio in up above it, which eventually is gonna be a fusion head unit. We have battery switch in, mounted right there, key switch mounted. And the reason we're doing all of this is because we have these two hogs in. So obviously, if you guys have seen inside my boat, which maybe you haven't, my T-top has speaker holes. So there's 4 JL speakers in the T-top facing down. This might look weird, but I wanted this one facing forward for like the people sitting in front of the boat, because sometimes all the sound coming down doesn't travel outward very far. And we have a hog-ass sub. So, sub, speaker. What I'm gonna do right now, I have a Fusion amp. The amp is mounted on the inside of the console. I'm going to start wiring up that amp. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna feed the powers to it. Actually, I'm gonna do all the speaker wires first out of the radio into the amp. Actually, that's RCAs. I'm gonna do RCAs from radio into the amp, and then the outputs I'm gonna get wired up into the speakers down here. After that, I'll run powers and all that. And that's really it for the radio side. I just want to hear this thing bump. Alrighty, so I'm gonna hop in and do that. I'm not gonna bring the camera in there because it's really hard to see and it's really tight in there. But I'm gonna hop in there, get that done, and then we'll show you after. Alright everybody, we are back. It's another day. A lot has changed. So we pulled the T-top in and we have the console under it. It fits beautifully. We have pretty much everything wired up in the console. So all the speakers work, the subs work, it's all through the amp. I got a little excited there. Right now, I'm gonna put this console side door in. It's not the one I wanted, but it'll work because we're gonna bolt the T-top to the console and put the whole thing in as one unit. Right now, Mikey's cutting up some glass, and over here on the boat, obviously I hung the motor. Single for now. The deck is in the boat. The panels, they're gonna all get glassed over, but for now we're gonna tab everything in and get it all flat. The fuel tank is fully rigged. The rigging tube is in and we have the engine's rigging through. The last piece that we laminated, which is here, this is that bow piece that we're missing. It's still a little tacky, but this is just solid 1708 over it. And yeah, here's the boat. Real quick before I hop in, I haven't been posting a lot lately. The week before the 4th of July, the week after is insane. I have so many projects going on, and I'm trying to finish this boat because I'm gonna be away for 2 weeks doing some cool stuff down in Florida, and I'm gonna be with Stark. So if you guys have seen my buffing videos, stuff like that, I obviously love their product, and I get to go down to the facility and see. So that's kind of why things are sloppy. This video's, I'm sure, just jumbled all together, but pretty soon this is gonna be in the boat. I don't think you guys have ever really seen my hardtop. This is my hardtop. Obviously we got the rocket tubes. It's a pretty sweet hardtop, and it looks even better when it's in the boat. I'm gonna cut this hole out for the side door. Mikey's gonna cut a bunch of strips of glass, and he's gonna start wetting out. I'm gonna lay them up in the boat, and we're gonna get the whole thing tabbed in and hopefully get the deck done so we can dump this thing on it. Alrighty, so we got our first layup done. We pretty much glassed the edges in all the way around and up into the transom. I do have a battery over there because one of our pieces of plywood was a little warped, so that's kind of holding it level. We have enough glass left over here to do the seams up. I think I want this to fully cure before I put the console on and drop that in. It won't get in the way of the seams, but I would still rather have it stiff when we put all this weight on the deck. But yeah, don't know how long that took. Made progress. This guy's good at getting stuff wet, let me tell you that. So I think in the meantime, I'm going to continue working on this console. I'm gonna get that door fully screwed in. And once this tacks up a little bit so I can step on the wood without bending it, we'll do the seams in the middle, lay up the glass on those, pretty much use up the rest that we have. And then all we have left for the deck would be the nose piece. Obviously, I'm gonna put a sheet over the whole thing. We did have some air bubbles, not gonna pretend like I didn't. Laying this shit up in a 90-degree shop was curing a little quick, but it's still gripped in most of it. That's those white spots that you see. Still gripped in most, and we're gonna glass over the whole thing, and the wood's not gonna be moving at all, so. It is what it is. I'm on a severe time limit. Like I said, I'm gonna be gone, and the day we get back, I need to have this boat ready, otherwise my girlfriend's gonna cut my balls off. So yeah, that's where we're at. Very exciting. I'm so happy to be done with all the rigging and stuff, and all the stuff under the deck, stringers, fuel tank, the rigging tube. That was kind of a nightmare. But we have our E-Tech on here. For now, the single, and pretty soon twins. And obviously you guys have seen the video. If you haven't, I have a video getting this thing running. It runs, it's beautiful, it cranks and starts. So all we have to do is hook everything up and hook the fuel line up, and we're good. So I'm gonna get going on this console. Alrighty, so Mikey did most of the work on that one, but we have the deck taped in. So obviously we have some big gaps and stuff, but the seams are taped. We have a big boo-boo up there where the deck doesn't line up, but it's also because it's taller in the front, so the deck's pitching backwards. That I'm not too worried about, because in the future it can be ferried out and then we'll have a nice decline back. I'd rather have it that way so the water is draining back. But I think this is where we're gonna leave it tonight. I don't wanna drop the T-top and console on it because it's too soft still. But once all this cures and it's hard, we'll be able to walk more firmly on the deck. And then we'll get the center console glassed in, we'll get the bolts through for the T-top. I have no clue how long this video is. I have no clue what's included in this video. I think I have clips for me spraying the center console still. So it's probably gonna be a lot, but essentially the whole rush is we're using this boat when we get back for something called the tie-up. Essentially all the boats in the area go out on the lake and party for a day. That's why I want the boat done. Actually, that's why my girlfriend wants the boat done. So we're in really good shape. It's Thursday right now. We have Friday, which is tomorrow, and then I leave on Saturday. So these guys are gonna do some work while I'm done, which is install the hydraulic steering, so I'll try and get them to film some clips of that. And then, yeah, I think the only other thing left is to run the fuel line once we're done glassing the deck in and stuff. Run the fuel line, which is another hatch that we picked up. Essentially, I marked it with an X, and we're gonna drop the hatch on top so you can run the fuel line up and into the rigging tube and then back down to the motor. But yeah, we have everything we need to run the motor. And now the deck is finally getting glassed in. It's gonna be sick. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. Make sure to leave a like, comment, subscribe. If you guys want some ST Marine merch or bush fishing merch, first link down below in the description. There's gonna be a time where I spray this boat and we're gonna be buffing it. Check out starkyachtcare.com. You got anything to add there, Spanks?
Stay tuned.
Yeah, we're pretty beat up. A lot of long days. 4th of July cleanup's always great. This guy's kind of goated.
Me?
Yeah. This guy knows what he's doing. Okay, enough messing around. Sun setting. Look at that. What a beautiful sunset.